Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Like 50. Hey, let's get some
On first down, Moulton. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. I'm coming after you. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Check. Hayward. Check.
To throw on third down, Moulton. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
18 Gator. Here we go, D.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go, D.
Here's the 2nd and 7. Being chased out left. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. David Johnson here on the catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Harrison Smith on the cover.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw here. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Tyler Newsome now. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First down, Cardinals.
On the ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
43 is the mark.
Operating from the gun, Moulton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Cheetah.
2nd and 3. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now back to throw. Oh, able to avoid him. That's caught by Howard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 32.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let's get this.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Throwing on first down. Moulton. And he slings one that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Buddy up. Situation, let's go. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Tackles.
Throwing on third and long. Moulton. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Out of the gun now on third down. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
I got you.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Back to throw now on first down. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there out of Cook. 44 yards on the ground.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, Moulton. Flushed out right. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Their catch made it to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And it's 3rd.
Ready. 15-1.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
He'll drop to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! Over. Mike 50, Mike 50.
2nd and long. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Moulton. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Hey, here I
They start the drive with Cook. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And Diggs has it. 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Right here, right here.
On 3rd down, Moulton. And this is Cook with a grab. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Cardinals, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get